Please, I can't eat this much, she said as Mrs. Kim sat beside her and placed more vegetables on a plate. Seated on her right, watched silently, noticing how his mother care for Van had been increasing day by day. No, sweetheart, you need to eat this. It's healthy for you and that you are pregnant with my son's child, she said in a calm, sweet voice. Yes, you need to eat more and stay healthy because you are about to give him the greatest gift in the world, he said warmly. His sister and his brother's wife exchanged a disgusted glance, while Mrs. Kim clenched her fist slightly. Lola, I want a baby cousin like you. You are so sweet. The 5-year-old Taehyung Sophia exclaimed innocently. She blushed while Taehyung chuckled. The room fell silent. Cause one, you will get a sister, but after this one, she said with a teasing smile. One eye swollen and her cheeks turned red as two young women at the table exchanged another disgusted glance. Mr. Kim said quietly, "Oh, it's not polite to talk while eating. Finish your food now." Both pouted but obeyed. As Van Helsing finished his meal and got up, she called her. "Van, come to my room in a few minutes," she said naturally. Van nodded and he placed a hand on her waist, guiding her toward the bedroom. In the room, Van inside, Van and sat on her balcony couch. He leaped down beside her, resting his head on her lap, his gaze fixed lovingly on her face. "You look so cute today. Doesn't that mean I don't look cute on other days?" she asked, feigning annoyance. "No, I mean you look extra cute today because I noticed your belly growing a little." He kissed her stomach affectionately. "Think I'm only 1 week pregnant," she said, closing her eyes in a mix of anger and embarrassment. "No, I just meant you might have gained a little weight, that's all," he teased softly. "You are saying I've gained weight?" Her voice side dropped slightly, sounded disappointed. He kissed her belly again. "I love you, Van. I always will. I have dreamed about you as my chubby, adorable wife. Just imagine how cute you have looked," he said in a deep, soothing voice, causing her cheeks to flush bright red. "Those cheeks," he pinched them playfully. "I love your brave cheeks too," she said excitedly. "Sometimes I even dreamed about biting them like they're real bread." He gulped as she pinched his cheeks a little too hard, her eyes sparkling with excitement. "Your imagination is way too wild. You need a punishment for that," he said, smirking. "It's not my fault your cheeks are like this," she retorted, accidentally pinching harder this time. "That's it. You deserve a punishment now, sweetheart," he declared, sitting up straight. She blinked in confusion, her innocent expression only made his heart race more. He leaned back slightly and pulled her into his lap. She gasped, landing against him, his arms wrapped tightly around her waist. Their faces were mere inches apart, and a warm breath hit his skin. "It's time for my sweet, hot punishment," he whispered, his voice teasing. "You know I'm on my period," she deafened. Taehyung nodded, slightly taken back as he always when she exchanged moods so suddenly. But as always, he found her quakes fascinating. "I know, but you are still mesmerizing no matter what." "I know," he chuckled softly, brushing his nose gently against hers, breaking into a playful giggle. "But I love your wild thoughts and imagination," he teased, his voice warm. She stared at him, her usual neutral expression. "I love you, you know that, right? If you think I can't explain my emotions well with my action, I'm sorry. But I still love." Before she could finish, he pressed his lip against hers, enticing her. "How would I ever forget that you love me?" He whispered against her lips. She let out a slow but playfully before pulling back and pressed soft on her. "Now let's begin your punishment. Kiss both my cheeks 100 times, I will count," he said with a smirky smile. She broke into laughter. "Are you sure? What if my heart decided to take a little bite like bread?" She raised her eyes, twinkling mischievously. Meanwhile, Daha, Taehyung's sister-in-law, and Sungi, Taehyung's sister, were in another room sitting together. "Mom, I can't believe she's acting like she's queen of this house," she said, regretting that. "Today, when I asked her to serve everyone, she ignored me and sat beside Taehyung instead." Now, Daha scoffed, crossing her arms. Sungi rolled her eyes. "I hate that girl. She's at my college, and trust me, she's always acted like a total flirt. All the guys were crazy about her, even the professors. How could Opa marry her without even knowing her past?" she said, her jaw clenching frustration. "Why are you two complaining me like this, huh? Is it my fault my son fell into that Mr. She snapped. I'm just saying, Mom. She doesn't belong in this family exactly, and they have only been married for barely a month and a half yet. She's already pregnant. She probably did it before the wedding. That's against the family rules, isn't it? She added with a smug tone while Daha looked at her disinterestedly. I knew she seduced my son. That girl is only here for his money, and my son here is living like a fool, completely blind to her tricks. Both Daha and Sonia nodded in agreement. What can we do, Mom? We have tried every to separate them, but nothing worked. She smiled down. Don't worry, my dear. I have a new plan. One that will make Taehyung himself throw her out of this house. Trust me. Just then a knock sounded on the floor door. I think it's Sir. Come in, man. 100 her gaze falling onto the tray woman. Her face remained calm and neutral. There was something in her expression that made them slightly uncomfortable. Hi, Vine. We are here too. Mom has something important to tell you. The other side of her voice laced with fake lightness. She nodded and turned her attention to her, whose confident vibrated slightly on the wine's steady gaze. Actually, tomorrow we are hosting a small party. I wanted to order you not to reveal your pregnancy to anyone. She said firmly. Wine was round in confusion. We are ordering me. It must be important, but may I ask you why? She sighed, trying to maintain her composure. It's for our reputation. The party is going to be a grand and many of our enemies will be there. If they find out, it will be dangerous for you. We might not be able to protect you if anything happens. She nodded slowly. It's okay, understand. I won't say a word tomorrow, don't worry. She said politely, so her smile didn't reach her eyes. She gave her a curt nod. Good. You can go now. I'll dress. It's important for you. She nodded, turning to Sungi. Good night, Sungi, she said softly, her lips forming a faint, enjoyable smile. Sungi started suddenly feeling unsettled. She turned to the next, saw, good night, good night. The stammered, forcing a smile. Good night, she replied calmly and then left the room, closing the door behind her. God, sometimes I swear she is possessed. How can Taehyung live with someone like her? Sungi, the most attention-seeking bully in her college, couldn't stand with Wine. Wine calmed him on the another habit of standing up for adults against bullies that made her widely loved, and Sungi hated that. Don't worry, after tomorrow her life will be hell, and I will make sure Taehyung himself is the one who turns it that way. The three women smirked maliciously. Wine returned to the bathroom, walked into the bathroom to find Taehyung standing on the balcony, his silhouette glowing softly in the dim light. A warm smile tugged at her lip as she approached him, wrapping her arms around his back from the behind. She let out a small laugh, her head pulling himself to its warmth. Their heart melted at a gesture, his hand slightly covering her. Suddenly she sneezed hard. Aish, you are getting sick. Come inside, he said, turning to lead her back. Gripping his hand tightly, but you are so warm, your back feels so hard. Taehyung, leaning down, a pressed gentle kiss on her forehead. I know I'm hot, but I'm not crazy enough to let you freeze out here. Come inside, babe. Pulling her into the bedroom, he closed the sliding door behind them and went stomped dramatically toward the bed, pouting and hugging herself as she plumped down to the mattress. Oh, look at you, your mommy, having more swings. He teased, climbing onto the bed and resting his hand gently on her belly, attempting to scold him. Maybe your daddy is a bad husband. Don't talk to him today. No way, yes, baby, and I love him so much. You can't turn him against me, he said, trying to sound firm. One blinked at him, thinking he was serious. I wasn't trying to take him away. He paused, raising an eyebrow before bursting into laughter. You really believe me? You are so cute. Grinning, good, now hug me. You feel ready. She chuckled as she pulled the blanket over her head, nestling into his chest. He smiled softly, running his fingers through her hair and wrapping his arm tightly around her. In that moment, he wished for nothing more than to spend his entire life like this, holding her until his last breath. The next morning, one stood in front of her wardrobe, frowning as she struggled to pick a dress for the party. He strolled in fresh out of the shower, wearing only a wardrobe. Seeing her in distress, he smiled. Is my wife confused? One piece later when she heard his voice. Taehyung, you finished your shower, so quickly come help me pick a dress, please. He sounded over her to make. Excuse me, are you trying to kill me? Look at me, I'm still covering from seeing you in a towel. It is pointing dramatically at himself. She rolled her eyes with a smile. Honestly, you look perfect even in the towel. He winked and she blushed slightly. Thanks for the beautiful compliment, Mr. Kim. You are looking very gorgeous in that wardrobe too. She teased back, her straight face making it all more amusing. He bowed, glaring at her playfully. He loved her compliments. They never failed to brighten his day. Let's try something different today. What now, Taehyung? I need to get ready quickly. Just help me pick a dress. She believed that making his heart soften today the end of your period cycle, right? Her cheek flushed as he suddenly pulled her close by her waist. What are you asking that? He leaned down, pressing a gentle kiss on her neck. Because today I'm going to help you to get ready. Let's pretend I'm your handsome professional wardrobe stylist. Her eyes hardened, her face turning even. You forget you are handsome. It's a girl, of course, handsome professional wardrobe stylist just for you. At the party, he and One walked into the party together, closely arm in arm. Their presence was impossible to ignore. Dance and Yvonne's frustration and whispers spread among them. Mrs. Kim felt humiliated hearing gossip about how their wife came from such a humble background. Her father was a taxi driver, her mother school teacher, and yet she had to marry one of the richest men in the world. While Mrs. Kim Daha and Songi burned with shame, Mr. Kim and Taehyung brother remained indifferent. Both men supported Taehyung's choice. It was his life after all. Mrs. Kim, I heard your son married a poor girl. You know how those girls are, gold diggers. Forcing a smile, I don't think one is like that. Mrs. Kim started her son. Oh, really? You must not know her well. Mrs. Kim, she is just after your son's money, and I heard she is pregnant already. Her eyes widened at the mention of one pregnancy. That's not true. Mine is pregnant. No, Mrs. Kim, I saw it myself at the hospital. They was with her at the time. But talking about it, I even congratulated her. Mrs. Kim first glanced in anger. This is happening so fast, Mrs. Kim. I'm warning you. She will emotionally damage your son, demand his money and take over his company and then leave him with his son. She will run away, leaving him a single father. Suddenly a deep voice interrupted her. Stay out of our family matter, Mrs. Kang. Everyone turned to see Taehyung standing there, his gaze dark and his voice icy. You have created a whole novel about my life, but maybe you should focus on your own family, like your son who leaves women to suffer after stands. The crowd gaps stormed into the silence. Her answer was accumulated. Taehyung stopped, don't create a scene. Taehyung sharply turned to his mother. Aunt you, why were you standing there quietly listening to this nonsense? He asked, his voice low and dangerous. Take this as a warning. If you ever dares to speak about one again, you know what I'm capable of. One stood nearby watching everything unfold with an unusual calm expression. Then out of nowhere she chuckled softly, her neutral face breaking into a small smile. Try your best, everyone. I don't care about you all. Taehyung loves me and I love him. That's all that matters. Even this family, I couldn't care less about what they think of me. Taehyung held my hand and guided me forward as we walked past them. My gaze lingered on the face of glance. I greeted it. Should I laugh? I bite my smile, satisfied with their reaction. Outside the house, Taehyung, why are we? I smiled softly and suddenly pulled him into a hug. I need to calm my nerves, babe. I juggled lightly my hands, gently caressing his back. And running through his soft hair. Please don't ruin your day because of me. Because of me immediately. Your presence makes my day beautiful. How can you say that? He both sides holding my arms tightly, and I have a surprise for you, babe. I blinked in confusion. A surprise? I could finish. He kissed me. Yes, I have a surprise for you. My face turned a deep shade of red as I tried to hide my blush against his chest, no inside his coat, practically burning myself in him. Taehyung burst out laughing but let me hide that, smiling me playfully before slowly guiding me toward his car. I was still giggling inside his coat as he laughed too. I sat in the passenger seat, my eyes covered with a blindfolded. Ask you something, Mr. Kim, I said, my voice slightly loud and a protest. His hand rested gently on hiding my frustration. Please, you will see. Patience, you will see my heart soon. I went dramatically, leaning my head against his head. Maybe you're watching, right? Do you see what your father is doing, your mother? He's making my heart go crazy every second. I think I will going to. Before I could finish, the car came into an abrupt stop. My gasped echoed in the silent car.